he's getting 3 to 1 his money, isn't he? Might as well see a flop.
Either way, there's 40,000 in there now. And Juha Helppi out of position. And we'll see if he's out of flop. He is not looking good.
Well, he's hit the flop again, Steve.
15,000.
I think we're going to see a call at least.
If you play the 3-4,
Right.
Yeah.
Raise.
if you play the 3-4, bottom pairs is about what you're going for.
Yep.
So Steve Platt has decided to act on it, and he does not care about the 7.
No.
Pays no heed to the ace,
No.
and he's right.
Yep. He's got enough chips in front of him.
Fold.
He goes, if you've called my re-raise, I know I'm losing. You've got to call my re-raise first. Well done, Steve. Well done.
It's a fine line in poker between courage and insanity. Steve Platt dancing back and forth.
Well, it's all green, isn't it, Jesse? Steve Platt has a huge chunk on that pie. Fraser, not too drastic measures with his purple bet, but Juha Helppi, well, he needs a little bit of help from his friends.
Helppi, 10,000 in the big blind, which is about 13% of his chips. Not a huge amount, but significant. Significant.
And another problem Juha's got is when he does eventually go all in, he's got to make sure he does have a good hand and doesn't try and bluff it, because he knows to the left of him is a very dangerous man who's calling a lot of raises.
The only guy he can bluff is Ian Fraser.
Yep.
Come on.
All in. Fold.
I'll tell you what, that's on page 99 of the Juha Helppi playbook.
Exactly.
But nothing else has been working tonight.
That's right.
He did not want to have to resort to that.
And
I guarantee you.
And you hit it spot on, Jesse. He picked the right person to bluff. Not that, Ian Fraser's a bluffable person. He's a great player, but at the moment, he's to the man to his left is very dangerous, and he's calling every raise.
He might have thought about 7 or 8 different game plans. He had to win this tournament. All in from the big blind with the 7 deuce was something he certainly hoped he wasn't going to have to pull out of the bag.
God, he would have been in dreadful shape because it was Queen 2 against 7 deuce.
Fold.
And in this small blind position, like you say, Juha just praying to finally pick up something
Call.
he thinks is the better hand. And
There you
now he's
go.
trapping.
No raise.
Is he going to get outdrawn then?
And Platt has a hand that could not call a raise. Here's the flop. There's 20,000 in the center. Very significant for Juha here.
Mhm. He really is praying to hit an ace or a king, or even 3 clubs.
Well, he hasn't,
He hasn't.
but Platt's missed as well. Does Juha lead at it now?
I think he has to. Platt cannot call this.
14,000.
He either re-raises him or he folds.
All right.
Raise.
25 more.
25.
Oh, my.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
39
I
total.
told you, this is the way this man plays now.
I mean, Helppi may have been mentally all in before. You just wonder.
He's thinking, why didn't I raise with my ace-king and win the pot there and then? But you know what, Juha? You've just been out-bluffed.
That was a tremendous bluff by Steve Platt. That was something he has not done yet today.
Exactly.
Did he smell weakness?
I
Did
don't
he
know
smell
whether it's-
fear?
Quite possibly, because you can see that Juha only has 70,000 chips, and he's literally saying, okay, if you've got the goods, then you've got to pay for it, because I haven't. And he wasn't going to call him. He had no hand. You cannot call with no hand. You've either got to fold or you've got to re-raise.
Fold.
All right.
Raise.
We could see some action here, Jesse.
Platt is just putting Ian through the paces. It's about 4 times in a row now
Yeah.
that he has raised Ian's
Ian's
big
gonna
Raise.
blind.
25.
He's got to start
Total
thinking, okay,
35,000.
have you got it all the time? We're definitely going to see some action here, Jesse.
He's not going to fold this in a billion years.
I think he's going to re-raise him all in here.
You can bet your bottom dollar on it.
And do you think he might even get a call from Platt? I think that's the only move you've got, Ian. All in to win this. He's doing a bit of... He knows he's got a great hand. He knows he's winning. He's just doing a little bit of acting here. And then he's going to say the words.
I mean, I guess he could try
What
and
was the raise?
25.
maybe he's considering just calling it. I don't know.
25.
All in.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
in.
You've got to go all in, Jesse. If you flat call, you don't know where you are on the flop. You've got to stick them all in, thinking ace queen is the best hand here. He might get a call. He might get a call.
If Platt does call him and Fraser goes on to win this pot and double through, it really will open the game wide open.
Wide open.
And now this is a very tough decision for
60,
Platt.
70, 80, 90, 95, 97,000 more to you.
97,000 more.
Ace king, ace queen.
Well, if you're thinking on that line, Steve, then you're right.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he's called him. I thought he called him.
He's taking the chance.
Right, with one
He's
of them.
taking the chance.
I got flushing, but I thought-
Fraser in good shape here, but he still has to survive 5 cards. If he does, it is going to widen his chances.
Does not want to see a flop 5 or a few clubs.
97,000.
Yeah, if a 5 comes up, that's the key card. And that's nothing. Ace queen high still winning. Fraser, it's risky, but he has got a very good chance of having 264,000 at the end of this caboodle.
His
2
heart,
cards, yeah.
his heart must be pumping, Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically he's playing for the Heat right now.
If a 5 comes, Steve will have 540,000 chips.
That ace meant nothing. There are no split pots out there.
No.
It has to be the 5.
No. He's
2
doubled up.
aces with the queen. Kicker plays.
Gamble then.
And I think Platt had been hoping to see a pocket pair there.
Yeah.
And hoping that his ace was live. It wasn't. And Ian Fraser has just doubled up. That is the first chink in Steve Platt's armor. He took a chance to knock a dangerous player out. Did not pan out. And he's still got the chip lead, but only by a smidgen.
At first, I wasn't surprised that he might call, but when he said to Ian, have you got ace king, ace queen? If that was on his mind, why did he
So
call?
did them come on the board?
Ah, good.
You know, he called it right, and then he called it wrong. That's the first mistake I think he's made all game.
And don't know if that was good news for Juha Helpy either, who now is going to have trouble putting any pressure on Ian Fraser, as well as Steve Platt. Juha Helpy is really short
Call.
now. 60,000. He needs to win any pot.
Call.
And
Option.
that 30,000
raise.
out there looks like a million to Juha, who is not going to chance it with the deuce 7 this time.
No.
Steve Platt on the 6-5. 2 pair for Fraser.
It's going,
All of the sudden, it's
Check.
turning his way, isn't it?
that's what I was just about to say, Jesse. It's going his way at the moment.
Check.
That's a great
check.
check by Ian, that is. He knows he's got the best hand at the moment. Now it's a little bit more dangerous.
Oh, yeah. You know, I hadn't realized Steve has a jack of clubs in there. It was 6-5. He may go for the flush here.
He wants to make it bigger than that, Ian, if you want to get rid of these guys.
15,000.
I don't think that's enough. I really don't think that's
Fold.
enough. I think Steve will call this, hoping to hit the club.
Call.
4 clubs are a flush draw. 5 clubs would make a flush. Here's the river. And kings and queens are good. Bet for value or try and induce a bluff?
No, I think he should bet for value here. I think he knows that he got the best hand.
Check.
Oh, no, he's trapped him. I think he's trapped Steve here.
40,000.
He's going to call straight away.
40,000.
He'll definitely call.
40,000. It's not a massive bet, not considering his stack size, but it is significant. We'll put him down. Does he want? He hasn't invested that much money.
Call.
He's called quickly.
I thought he called quicker than that, to be honest.
And Platt's bluffing.
He ain't got ice.